market tracks would compromise the scene. Any prints would become illegible. That's if we get it through the hole in the fence.
Okay.
Also, my MC has a sloped roof. It's a sports model. The roof is slippery, an all-around bad platform to stand on. Yes, I am attached to it, but it's also unsuitable. We can't bring a supercharged tractor through that tiny gap in the fence, then plow the scene with it, then fall off the roof. It would sound bad on Channel 8. We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down. How about I take you, piggyback? Yes, it's not a good idea. I wasn't actually implying I would. I meant it's a bad idea. Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this. I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on, literally. Local children report corpse mutilation. No, I do not see the future. I made those up using 2 decades in the Revacholian police force as a reference point. Oh no. We should be very afraid of newspapers, and the radio stations too. We should be wary of enticing them in any way. What I'm proposing is, we save acrobatic tricks as a last resort, after we've tried everything else. Yes, we should use acrobatics as the very last option, after we've tried everything normal. How? Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that,
Yeah.
there might be a chance to release the belt. It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose. Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt. What else can we do? I'll blow his head off. God damn it. I think you have your sports mixed up there, officer. Squaring my shoulders has nothing to do with this. No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. But what else can we do? I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Don't. I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim. Officer, why do we only have one gun? Extremely unfortunate. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down. Don't provoke her. In the name of God, please get a hang of yourself. We try something else. The armistice is sufficiently precise, officer, especially at close range. I agree. Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job to get the dead body down from the tree. For and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks. No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all. Your station would not have assigned you the case otherwise. This case is important. An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse. Good. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Claire, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption. But we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. The risk of acrobatic failure is one we cannot take. We must not become comedy for the locals. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. Extremely. Try what exactly? I see what you mean. But even so... No, I think he had something precious underneath his clothes. They had to remove the jeans we found in the trash to get to it. This kind of armor is often worn under fabric. A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something we cannot yet imagine. I shouldn't have assumed so much just from the clothes. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. Yes, we do. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. I can't handle the headache. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby. We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you've gotten your act together. This had better not turn into another demonstration of yours. I'm at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, Detective. You worked for Cornell, like Joyce told us. This is military equipment, provided by a wealthy security contractor, with state ties, way above what we have. Looks like he worked for a private contractor, like Evrard told us. Wealthy, with state ties. This is way above what we have. It means disciplinary hearing. Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it. Please stop trying to perform a necromantic ritual. We have other things to do. We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men. I did not want us to be indebted to Evrard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not the case. We need help. I agree. I suggest we go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to help us with the body. I would have preferred us not to owe the Union anything, but we clearly cannot do this ourselves. Let's go. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too. Hooray for us. From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though. To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Evrard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't. The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much. In the meantime, we should locate the representative of the logistics company. My preliminary information suggests the Wild Pines have sent a strike negotiator to wrangle back control from the Union. I bet she has a fresh perspective to offer us. Since we've already talked to Evrard in the harbor, that interview is done. For better or for worse. I would suggest we interview Evrard and Joyce, the leader of the Union and the Wild Pines rep. But we've already done that, so it's up to you, Detective. Take us where we need to be. With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise. Fine then. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down. Okay. Let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. It's tempting. But decapitating him might be against regulations. Yes, the debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like, to purposefully mislead us. They must have hung him fast after that bullet hit. This is well done. It would have fooled me. There's the fruit nearby. Maybe they have some in their apothecary. If they don't, okay. They do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there, right now, everything seems to fit their confession. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. Yes, the debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like. Our internal RCM brief said the same. By the way, when you get a chance, perhaps you should ask me to share the RCM brief with you. I'm pretty sure useful company. From the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is. It looked doable. No, that ladder is not climbable, and I don't really see another good way up there. Or we could talk to the representative of the logistics company again. I know we already met Joyce, but that didn't count as an interview. We need to ask her how the strike and lynching are connected. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information say the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evra, the leader of the union, a dangerous and corrupt man, one you don't want to be indebted to. He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return. He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return. What is this, then? A tool shed? Let's investigate. Cadaver in odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more? Right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. See? Information from that source has truly been invaluable to the investigation. I cannot wait to hear more. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread. Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. There's a lot of it, too. And you've got an autopsy form in there, in the back. That light pink copy paper. It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? What are you talking about? The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough. Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. I don't know either. You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some have fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes. Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives. Yes, if we're still assuming the clothes were taken off to get to the armor, they must have stripped him of it fast, the scavengers. In a matter of days. Yes, I think the clothes were taken off to get to that armor he wore, then discarded. They must have stripped him of it fast too, the scavengers, in a matter of days. Did he? I must have drifted away, somewhere between the copious mentions of pigs and homosexuality. Looks like we found your paperwork. Tell me, seeth your bag is more in there, or we don't
이거
here? It would also not hurt to start taking
meow.
notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished? It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we? I see, yes. You are what we call
Meow.
a badass, aren't you? Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here? Understood. The strange thing is we don't have to. We have the key, remember? The manager gave you the key. I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here. No, because they don't exist. What do you mean, feel? We should still access this container. There may be evidence in there. There isn't. But we should still access this container. All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the force. Mm-hmm. There isn't. Oh,
What?
it might also be evidence. The mob could have disposed of something in there. We should get it
Meow
up.
meow.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. None, because they don't exist. We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key
Uy,
from the
pero
manager
guagua.
whirling in rags. He probably has one.
Cuidado.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of
Cuidado,
the whirling
guagua.
in rags. He probably has
Meow
one.
meow.
And he also has
Meow.
information. Drop them in here, officer. Ah, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do. Officer, now that you have your ledger back, it would not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Officially. Interesting. Reminds me of the mug collection we saw in our Weasel's apartment. Maybe he or she has been dumping their garbage here. Or it may just be a coincidence. Either way, something to keep in mind. What else do you see? Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working. We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage. Or... Officer, this is
Sáquese.
sensitive information. You need to take this seriously. Me too. You are. The pry bar is quite satisfying and handy. But you are just not good enough at prying. We should get the keys. Good night, detective. No, no. We need to investigate now. We're just in time.
No.
This hasn't been emptied for
No te
a week.
comas mi
We should return later,
bombilla.
officer. I don't think we were thorough enough.
Nada.
There may be more in there. That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all. There must be another way into the building.
Te
Make
va
this
a dar
quick.
amigdalitis,
Why
guagua.
must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to. Huh? If you must. I suppose we have to pass by it again at some point anyway. Mm-hmm. Sure. He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He could be a witness. Him or
No
his
importa.
Sunday
No.
friend. It's worth looking
No,
into.
guagua.
He could be a witness. And either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking
Sáquese.
about our case. He could be a witness. We shouldn't rule out
Sáquese,
the
guagua.
possibility. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Ay.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment. We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday? There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? What were you doing last Sunday? You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday? This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments. This must be for the front door. Let's see if it works. We'll just have to go in and see. This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them. This must be for the front door. Let's see if it works. We'll just have to go in and see. Another set of old bullet holes from the revolution. A history of violence, streaking all across Revachol. Plenty. Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're right. More old bullet holes from the revolution. Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old. Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Should we go? No, we are not constructors and renovators. And these bullet holes do not warrant an investigation. Perhaps a crime of a sort ages ago. But no, these do not warrant an investigation. You okay there? You were looking pale there for a second. What are you looking at? Might be the after effects of your past escapades. What are you looking at? But we are the police. But why? We work 12-hour shifts. We get shot at, spat on. Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve. Laziness. Self-interest and negligence certainly fit the doctrine espoused here. At least some people are willing to make the necessary sacrifices in order to reach higher and to better the world. Because we don't. We don't have our support or any of those other things. What happened? Did you? What else? How does it come off? I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hanging, and later some junior officers can take care of the rest. Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest. All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it. Okay, but where did you get the key from? Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you. By that, you mean corruption? He can be very enterprising. All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it. It's certainly been an interesting development to witness firsthand. Yes, he certainly has a way of just coming out and saying things that normal people wouldn't. Oh, he certainly likes to take his time with things, especially when politics are at issue. He's not the only one, it seems. Not to interfere in your personal errand, but it might have something to do with that passphrase Cindy mentioned earlier. She said that you would need some kind of passphrase to gain access to this so-called mega secrets meeting. Of course you were, detective. Apologies for interrupting. You're right. How foolish of me. Won't happen again, detective. You go ahead and have your talk. I need a few things from Fritz anyways. We'll catch up later. No one is the new measure head. Let's go, before he gets up. It's not good. This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise. And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you? Spoken by a mercenary, pretending to be a worker. I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one. I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation. He will grant us 3 wishes. There always is. You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something. Interesting. Do you? What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you? There must be another way to accomplish police work without racecraft. Yes, it would seem nonsensical. Access to the Union is important for our investigation. But there may be another way without becoming a race theoretician. Please, stop doing this. You are making us look bad. Well done. Let's go. Finally. Let's go. Let's go, officer. Let's go do some work. Perhaps we should go and do some work now. We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct. There must be another way. We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way. We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct. There must be another way. We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way. We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter. I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership? Okay, of course. Actually, I think we should maybe even get going now. I think we should maybe even get going
Oh,
now. Everyone understands you are the law.
oops.
That's why you have that insignia on your arm. So you don't have to keep saying it. Yes, people get that you are the law. You really don't have to keep saying it. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in
Oh.
anyway. Still smelling for communists, detective? Everything in order, detective? There's a lot to take in, isn't there? You're developing your smelling for a personal errand? You know what? I'll just leave you to it. Carry on, detective. I'm struggling to see the connection with our investigation, but I'm sure all will be revealed in time. In the interest of our investigation, I suggest you focus on the case at hand. You can pursue your political projects after hours. Well, I'll be over here when you're finished. Uh-huh. No offense, detective, but you are not particularly subtle. We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is. There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here. Let's think of something else. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk. And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that? Really? What happened? Couple of months? A year maybe? What happened in there? René, finally! I thought I have to come looking for you. What took you so long? No, I don't. but you are reminding me of him more and more. It's not a compliment. I don't like it. You are really starting to remind me of him. It's not a compliment. I don't like it. That's probably best for everyone. Let's go then. That's probably best for everyone. My condolences, of course, but solving this case will make you feel better. I promise. Huh. So there is something we agree on after all. Didn't see it coming. But let's move. I'm getting cold. Based on other things he believes, I wouldn't put much weight on it. Now, let's get back to work. Right. Did he teach you a way to turn back time? Wasn't that back when you became his race pupil? I hope you don't take offense if I don't pressure you for details. We really need to get back to work. Good, good. That's very good. I almost feel bad that we need to focus on our investigation now. But we do. Let's go. Oh, of course. I didn't realize that. Ah, of course. Now it makes sense. I completely agree. Your current state seems to make you very vulnerable to suggestions, and he's got a lot of them. I hate to repeat myself, but was that not what happened back when you became his race pupil? Huh. So there is something we agree on after all. Didn't see that coming. But let's move. I don't like being up here. That's probably best for everyone. My condolences, of course, but solving this case will make you feel better about it. I promise. Based on other things he believes, I wouldn't put much weight on it. Let's get back to work. Ah,
Let's get back.
right. Did he teach you to turn back time? Shocking. Did you learn how to turn back time? But why? Actually, do me a favor and please don't tell me. Let's just quickly go and that'll be it. Him? But he's not going to, because this is not a schoolyard and we are not children. Rough like you know? Yes. I got that vibe from him too. Explains a lot. Let's go now. It's getting cold and it's too late to put him in a foster home. Everyone had it rough around here. It's a rough time, in a rough place. I'm not trying to belittle him, but find me a Ravasholian who didn't have it rough. They don't exist. All right, let's go. It's getting cold. Let's get back to work, detective. I don't like being up here. God damn it. It's becoming a thing now, huh? No, you don't. You need to help me find out who killed our hanged man. No, I cannot. Just make it quick, please. Another one? Just make it quick, please. You go ahead and have your talk. I need a few things from Fritz anyways. We'll catch up later. No, really. We are not joined by the hip. You want to talk about women with him, and I want to do pretty much anything else. Don't let me hold you back. This again? Really? I promise he isn't. Just please make it quick. I'll organize my notes in the meantime. No, it won't be. And even if it were, it would be a waste of a minute. Just please make it quick. I'll organize my notes in the meantime. I promise you it isn't. Just please make it quick. I'll organize my notes in the meantime. You've got to be kidding me. What is this, detective? The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Yefreitor is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Yefreitor. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors. Oh, it won't be. And even if it were, it would be a waste of a minute. Just please make it quick. I'll organize my notes in the meantime. I promise you it isn't. Just please make it quick. I'll organize my notes in the meantime. You've got to be kidding me. What is this, detective? The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Yefreitor is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Yefreitor. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings. Kings like satellite officers and the additional Yefreitor rank I already explained. My pleasure. You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. I'm not putting up with anything. You put your life on the line, and we came out on top. That matters. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. More than driving your motor carriage into the sea. The upside of that is, of course, you finding your badge. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then. 4 months ago. Seems like a new document was recently made. One is handed to you as part of a promotion, or if you lose the old one. It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Harrier Dubois. It suits you. I'm going to call you Harry, since it's short for Harrier. Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge. It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide. Lieutenant W. Freighter. Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good. People have been through worse and gotten back on their feet, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't really know how to respond to that, Lieutenant W. Freighter. It does seem to be a rather special relationship the two of you have forged. Yes, Lieutenant W. Freighter. Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos. Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois. At least something good came out of all this. Doeorg, huh? I was always more of a Sid or Huldur guy myself. Please, let's not go through this again. No, thank you. Don't take it personally. Food of my choice, on my own schedule. I just don't want any. Please enjoy, and then let's move on. That's a ridiculous notion. We are not living in a highly ritualistic society, where not sharing food with someone indicates animosity. We are in Revachol, where people ought to be free not to eat topping pie when they are not hungry. All done. Shall we? That wasn't terrible. Well, shall we? Haven't I already proven that we are comrades or whatever by splitting that sandwich with you? Why? I thought it was the symbolism that was important, not the type of... Please, just enjoy the pie. Well, then, no, thank you. That depends on one's perspective. Please, just enjoy the pie. This isn't going to work. It doesn't even look like a name. Just a scratch mark. No, it's just a little line. Let's get an actual signature on top of it, and it'll be fine. Yes, being an asshole makes this much easier. Let's go. We'll need to find you a new weapon, and we need to hope to finish the case without Evrard's help. You made the right choice. Now let's move out and solve this case. Yes, it's probably the smart choice. Any halfway competent notary should be able to handle this. Not getting her signature was probably the best thing to do. Of course, I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but
Make
if
it
the second
smaller.
signature were to be somehow wrong... Forgery, yes. It would render the document invalid.
Ah,
I am not sure
hi.
whether working with Evrard
Thank
is
you, thank you.
particularly ethical either, but I
I
understand
gotta,
and
I gotta
respect your
make it
position.
smaller
Not a
though
decision I would normally condone,
to
but under the circumstances, I am not sure whether working with
to
Evrard
make
is
it
particularly ethical either,
fit.
but I understand and respect your position. Not the sort of
But I
act
only
I
want
would
that
normally
part.
condone, but under the circumstances, if done discreetly,
Here we go.
it may be the only way to save what's left of the village. I should have seen it. People will move away on their own accord.
Little
Yes,
lamb.
I suppose change always has a price. You probably don't have a pen? Here, you can keep this. I have another one. It's not the sort of act I would normally encourage,
There we go.
but under the circumstances, if done discreetly, it may be the only way to save what's left of the village. Now, all we have to do is mail these. I think I saw a
There.
mailbox on the plaza. Now all we have to do is mail these. I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza. Any halfway competent notary
Mm.
should be able to handle these. Not getting their actual signatures was probably the best thing to do. Good. Everard will have to start over with his scheming. When Isabelle and Lillian dispute the signatures, the document will be rendered null and void. Yes. Too bad we can't see Everard's face when he finds out. No, it's just a little line. Let's get an actual signature on top of it, and it'll be fine. Of course, I should have seen it.
This looks
People will
terrible,
move
but
away on
trust
their
me,
own
it will
accord.
look good in a
I'm not sure
second.
they should. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Everard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock. Good. Everard will have to start over with his scheming. When Isabelle disputes her signature, the document will be rendered null and void. Any halfway competent notary should be able to handle this. Not getting Isabelle's actual signature was probably the best thing to do. Everard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their
Also, I'm
signatures
sorry if
yourself.
you get bored of
By the
the
time he finds
background
out,
audio.
we'll already be gone. I should have
I
seen
just
it.
really
Yes.
like his
Too
voice.
bad we won't see Everard's face when he finds out. I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but I should have seen it. The people in the village are going to move out on their own accord sooner or later. All we can do now is not mail these to Everard's accountant. Your gun would probably stay missing, though. For what it's worth, I think you're doing the right thing. Firearms can be replaced. People, not so much. Let's go get it, then. Good. Everard will have to start over with his scheming. When she denies that this is her signature, the document will be rendered null and void. A big political and military conflict. Ask around or buy a book. The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybelle's or Lucille's tears during the revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War. Yes, but not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. As I say,
Uh,
an Insulindian lily or a Maybelle. Girls pin them on their boys during the revolution. Mysterious. Okay. Either way, we'll know when we find the gun. Okay. And? What are you thinking? Bullet? What's your best guess? You mean some turn-of-the-century surplus firearm? An antique?
Also, you
That makes
can
sense.
feel free to
There can't be many breech-loading
ask
rifles
or
floating
chat
around
about
in Kneb
anything.
or anywhere in
I'm
Russia.
not very used
I have to
to
hand it to the monarchs.
um
It's quite admirable that they took the advice
doing
of
streaming,
criminologists last
so I
century
forget
and
to
banned
talk,
breech-loaders
especially
like this
because
one.
I'm mostly
Sure, there's some
alone
arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the
most of the
use of
time.
breech-loaders we inherited from the monarchy have
That's
been
why I'm
effective, from what
quiet.
I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get
I think
impatient
that's good.
with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end. Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation. Doesn't seem that likely,
There we go.
but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself. Let's find out. Next step, finding the gun itself. What can you say about the bullet so far? Even the
Yeah,
RCM uses ordinary
I
indicated
mean,
conical bullets. This
the
is
talking part,
strange.
I'm not
Very
afraid of
strange.
talking,
I like this, officer. Strange means
um,
unique. Unique means
but
incriminating. We
it
need to find
is
the gun
kind
itself.
of
A jacketed bullet.
hard to
Okay.
just talk
It
when
could
no
have been
one's
fetched from
around,
a
and then when
military-grade
someone shows up, I'm
breech-loading
like,
rifle,
oh,
not from a
should
muzzleloader
I talk
that's
or
typically found on the
are
streets of
they
Martinez.
doing something
What?
else? I don't know.
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not,
So
I would say find the
I
weapon
think it'd
itself.
be easier if I
If we
had
find who
someone
owns it,
else
we will have likely
to
found
talk
who
to.
used it, possibly to kill the victim.
But it's
In
fine.
conclusion, the more we know about this
Um,
bullet of yours, the better. I'll pass. Thanks. Camaraderie? Thank you, but no, I'm not hungry. No. Then sure, let us strengthen our bond. Is it really necessary? Okay, okay. They are all necessary. Let's share the sandwich if it matters that much to you. Stop that! Some people would feel compelled to take it. Yes, I know. Sure, sure. Time to go solve a
Oh,
murder investigation. No, it's okay. Let's
something's
share it,
not right
okay? I
here.
mean, I'm not hungry, and therefore am not gonna take it. Thanks, though. No. Officer, we have serious matters to attend to. I suggest we get to them right now. I'm just not hungry. No. Great. Wonderful. Good job. I mean, why wouldn't you throw
Oh,
it? Wait,
that could
turns out
be
I don't like
a
trying
fun
either.
idea.
Leave it and let's go. But you go right
I'm
ahead.
always down
Go
for
through
meeting
all
new
that and
people.
then just dump it?
Um,
You better just eat it. No
so
need for
if you'd
dramatic
like
gestures.
to
Good.
join me, I
Very
wouldn't be
noble.
opposed to that.
Let's go solve crimes now. What's going on with you? Okay. Huh? Take what? Uh-huh. If
Let me
by
see if
special
that
you mean marked by extreme
helped.
dysfunction, then yes, I
Yes.
suppose it is pretty special. I would say we share a perfectly average connection for two law officials working a case. I suppose we do work quite well together. It's true
Oh,
that you and I do share a similar addiction, but that's hardly remarkable among officers of the RCM. That happened exactly once, and only under extreme duress. We have never shared a
there we
sandwich,
go.
detective. Despite your heroic efforts, I might add. Did I? My bad, detective. Won't happen again. My apologies. I thought leaving your partner hanging was simply the style at the 41st. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects,
Uh,
which would be highly unusual. I can see how the helmet could wash up
wrong
on the
layer.
island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. Phasmids are not capable of holding grudges. Only humans and some tracking predators do that. Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. No, she lied to us. Her
Maybe I
so-called
can
real name was not her real name. Somehow she's
put this
managed
as
to
a
lie to us
reference
about that
layer.
too. I don't know. But it was not Katarzyna Alasia, or
There
Anouk
we go.
Meyer-Smith, or Glacier.
That's
Whoever
easier.
she is, when we get back, I need to warn our holding cells. We need to double the security around her. I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alasia, or Glacier, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now. I don't know who Katarzyna Alasia is, but it's safe to say it's not her either. In short, we got lied to, again. Good luck to whoever is questioning her in the 57th right now. I don't know who Katarzyna Alasia is, but it's safe to say it's not her either. In short,
There we go.
we got lied to, again. In a way, she's still lying to us. Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classius, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or Classius' hidden documents. From the empty boy. Classius' hidden documents that she said would be in a boy on the coast. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith. Perhaps. But that still doesn't
I think
explain
I'm
how it got into the
missing
nest. I can imagine. Something tells me there's not
something
exactly a
here.
glut of young communists itching to write about Tip-Top for La Fumée. Ah, come on.
I'll
Can
fix the
this article read your
colors
mind?
in a
I can
moment.
safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, detective. I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. You can still like it, detective. Just because a couple of fools wrote an article doesn't mean it's true. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write
Eh,
with a large grain of salt. A certain kind of young
what
man reads
happened?
one or two books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. Well,
Eh?
there you have it. No reason to get hung up on the pretentious ramblings of a few young men. You know,
What?
most people would just write a letter to the editor. Or even better, just leave it be. What do you expect? It was long
What
around the
happened
office
here?
of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing. The Samaran People's Republic?
Eh?
No, I should expect not. Why do you ask? I suppose that would be something to see. What you do in your spare time is your business.
What's going on?
In the meantime, I would prefer you focus on your
Why
case.
is
You
my
know,
pen not
not too
here?
long ago, I listened to a fascinating radio program on traditional
What?
Samaran folk dances. The
Oh,
costumes they
because I've
wore
got
were
this
supposed to be
selected.
extraordinary. In any
Silly.
event, no, I haven't seen any
Okay.
evidence there's a Samaran angle to this case. They're quite the spectacle, as I understand. I've heard they make the
Okay.
people in the
There
front
we go.
rows wear plastic sheets on account of the blood, you see. I don't know either.
There we
You
go.
should take stock of those. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names, undercover operatives even. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. Doest thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of those. Official notes contain informants' names, undercover operatives even. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. Boring? Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Make sure some has not fallen into
There
the
we go.
hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants'
Remember
names,
to drink
even
water.
undercover
I
operatives.
never drink
Excuse me,
water.
I just have to ask again. How did it get in the
I
trash?
gotta drink
Okay,
water.
good. But why? What? Yes,
What?
halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks. Okay, what? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine
Oh,
too.
this, I don't
Know
need
that I give this to
this
you
little circle
with
actually.
resentment. Huh? Two complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. Good, yes. We can return to the dead body. By now it smells exquisite. It's okay. We all make mistakes. I prefer normal caseload. It's a matter of method. You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Good. That's a good one. But do you also use the titular? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. Right, of course. Well, so do I. In our defense, officer,
There we
almost
go.
everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace
He
accident.
died.
Detective, is everything alright? Huh? Oh, yes, the name. Good. What is it? Huh. Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, okay, okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that. So, Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name. Great! That's great! That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one. The Hanged Man. Okay then. The case doesn't need to have a name. Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual. They are not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny? Oh, that's actually what I was thinking. The Hanged Man. I like that. A good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. Thank you. I think so too. Good and normal. Are you sure? I think it's pretty serviceable. You had to lose because of dark vibes? What are you talking about? Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order. Two? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. No, actually. Any ideas? Officer, however damaged, that is still an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations. It could even list undercover operatives, certainly informants. I suggest integrating it into your style for all our
Oh,
sakes. I don't think this is the time to be going through personal effects. Let's move on. I'm sad to hear that. That's okay.
oh,
We all do, sooner or later. You had to lose it for the bloodletting to begin? What are you talking about? Okay, no problem. In any case, we are lucky you found it. Make sure it's all in there. Official notes are, well, they are dangerous. They contain confidentialities. End of recording. Corti could be short for
okay.
Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. The third one must be relaying the signal. One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his? A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about. Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoy is just merc talk for atrocity. Slaughter. No, the tattoos did not say so. They said he served on Semenine. I think Kohoy is merc talk for atrocity. Still, indeed, but I think we've got a few more questions for Clasia, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. The harbor. That's the
Time
sound
to
of a
color
Crimson crane.
the line
Yes.
art.
It was just locker room talk. Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean. We already decided to let the station handle this case, so there's no need for us to call the library. We should first decide what to do with the body, before taking any other actions. Let's take another look at the body and talk things through. Good. We've examined the library card. That should be
Oh,
enough for our colleagues. Now we can call the station from my kinema and
there
hand
we
over
go.
the case. What's the matter, detective? That's probably for the best. Those books aren't exactly famed for their tight plotting. Are you really reading that, detective? Too bad, detective. If it's any consolation, the resolution is almost never very satisfying. And on that note, perhaps we should get back to making sense of our own case? Ah, yes. The problem with mass market paperbacks. They are not made to last. Perhaps this is a sign that you should get back to solving your own murder, huh, detective? Well, you won't find it in there. Those books are much more about ravishing dames and gunplay than a real police work. Good luck finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader. What's the matter, detective? Then perhaps you should stop reading it. Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lucan and Kilda's co-workers? I remember coming across this name when we were reading her personal log. Does it say anything interesting? It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. Some local miscreant, probably. There are tons of them running around in Martinez, ready to stir up trouble. We usually dispatch our junior officers to deal with them. Really? You don't have a single guess? I'm placing my bets on a certain red-haired miscreant we met before. He'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer. That's a plausible hypothesis. That's implausible. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg fridge. Good. I also know the alphabet. Maybe she had an accomplice.
I
Either
also know
way,
the
we need to
alphabet.
keep an eye on her. No, it's dirty. Clasia was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. Maybe there's a hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed. We could learn a lot from this. It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this. What about this M? Could this be La Puta Madre? Here, March 9th and March 15th. By the Hardy Boys, by Glacier, by us, there could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this. The head of a major jamrock gang specializing in drug production and trafficking. A very bad person. Could have been Titus. Then again, it looks like she might have been framed. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. Still, it's a nasty business. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. Somewhere along the way, we might have been fed a lie or two. Oh, those are nice. More or less. See? I warned you investing in your workers wasn't going to pay off. A little late for that, I think. Noble as that sentiment may be, it's not exactly a winning strategy in a game that revolves around resource extraction and exploitation. They are nice tokens, yes. Very impressive. That's the problem with certain games. At some point, they just end, as though no one expected the players to make it that far. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we? That's up to you, detective. But remember, the objective of the game is to earn victory points for the suzerain. Well played, detective. That museum is worth 3 victory points. Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points. Come on, detective. Don't be a spoiled sport. You'll have plenty of chances to earn your own points. The workers are just there to produce raw resources. You're not supposed to worry about them too much, because the way you earn points is by pleasing the suzerain, and the player with the most points wins the game. You can't do that, detective. Well, I suppose you could try fulfilling some contracts, or you might try to relocate your workers. There are any number of strategies open to you. This is a game of economic strategy. You can't directly attack the other players. You'll have to do something else. You do realize the game is called Suzerainty and not Workers' Paradise, right? I don't think the suzerain cares much about the welfare of its workers. Here, watch this. No, not at all. I suspect this is going to be a rather low-scoring game. I have no idea what lesson you think you taught me. Somehow I don't think this is going to work out well for either of us. Now, we find out what's left of our economies. Points are nothing. They don't exist. They're just an arbitrary convention that games use to reward or punish players for certain behaviors. There are some paranoid types who believe the moral intern keeps detailed score sheets for everyone in the Real Belt. But that's obviously nonsense. Now, I believe it's your turn. That's just the way it is. Game designers, I imagine? Otherwise, no. There are no points, just your actions and the consequences of those actions. Now, I believe it's your turn. You know, detective, there's something admirable about that, in its own way. Let's tally up the scores, shall we? Yes, you're really sticking it to the game designers, just like I'm about to stick it to you. Are you sure? It's going to take a while to set everything up again. Are you sure? It's going to take a while to set everything up again. Come on, detective. This is the end game. Let's just finish up quickly. You should probably pick one strategy and stick to it. Trying to do a little of everything is usually a bad idea. A risky gambit, detective. Sorry it didn't pay off. Not bad, detective. An aggressive opening, detective. Well, winning is usually the point of playing games. Here, watch this. I'm not going to play with you if you're going to act like a child. Now come on, take your turn. Take a look at the scoring tables in the back. You see in Table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas, erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5. Yes, precisely. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we? Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play? I hope you learned your lesson. Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we? Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we? Don't be a sore loser, detective. Your moves were your own. That might have helped, yes. In your dreams, maybe. I've thrashed my share of trash talkers before. Now come on, let's put childish things aside. Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order. Alright, detective. Your turn. That's a subject for another time. All you need to know is that they are a powerful transnational organization, of which the Coalition, and by extension the RCM, are but one small piece. I see you bring the same unorthodox technique to playing board games as you do to detective work. When I thrash you, I want to make sure it's by the book. As I recall, it was your turn, detective. As I recall, it was your turn, detective. This doesn't look right to me. I think we need to start over, unfortunately. I've got 26 points. Looks like you won convincingly. Well played, detective. I've got 26 points. Don't be glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. I've got 15 points. A tie? Well, I suppose that's what we deserve for trashing the suzerain's economy. Good game, detective. I've got 15 points. Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. Hey, at least you went out playing the game how you wanted. There's something to be said for that. Ouch. You know, detective, there's something admirable about that, in its own way. Come on, detective. You knew the rules of the game going in. That might have been a good idea, yes. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we? I've got 20 points. Well, there's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. I've got 20 points. Now, let's clean up and get back to work. All right, detective. You win. How do we play this game? What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out? I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game. That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points. Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough. A communard. One of the leftist revolutionaries in the anti-centennial revolution. I have a feeling the figurines are more there to set the scene than anything else. Good luck finding people who'd want to play as communard. Huh, interesting. A communard. The figurine is not a part of the real game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process. It is not. The communards are not a part of the game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out. Good to know. I'll be wherever is necessary in the morning, bright and early, 7:30 sharp. I'll also take a room at the Whirling. One cannot get much closer to the crime scene. You should take care of that then. Let's continue tomorrow, bright and early, 7:30 sharp. I'll be waiting downstairs. You certainly have been avoiding it. Do that. I'll be waiting for you downstairs tomorrow. We can pick up where we left off tomorrow morning. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation,
A
first and
liner
foremost.
recolor.
But I
What?
also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM. They're quite
There's
limited, actually. The
liner
power officers of the
recoloring.
Provincial Citizens Militia
What?
exercise most frequently is imposing
What do
fines
you
of up to
mean?
1,000 real for
Auto
offenses,
action
in
for
accordance with the neutral
liner
departmental
recolor.
schedule. Yes,
Where?
you heard me correctly. As
I've
citizens
always
communicate
done it
with reports from the
manually,
local station. Officers
like
of
a
the RCM have
chump.
been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Ravachol. We can arrest people, of course,
Okay,
but
okay.
rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Yes, the last time was 4 years ago. That's an improbability, perhaps even impossibility. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence, perhaps. But Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of kills. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, and we still have to get him down from the tree. And the moral intern, more broadly. But yes, the coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Then you shot the body down, which was quite the shot. You really got him talking, and now we know a lot about local politics, including Claire's ambitions and drug trade, and also have some viable suspects. You really got him
Okay,
talking,
okay. Send it,
now
send
we
it.
know a lot about local politics,
You should be able
including
to
Claire's drug trade, and
um
also have some viable suspects.
just
You really got him talking,
uh
and now
use
we
it
know a lot about
or
the
copy
union,
and paste
and
it.
also have some viable suspects. You got him to talk to you about both.
I'm gonna shut Kim up for a moment. Let me see that blink. Gonna put some music. Maybe. That's weird. Maybe you can like send the link through bits and pieces and then I just copy and paste them in order. Maybe that would help. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up a reference on my computer for myself. Okay, they don't. Okay. You sent it on Tumblr. Bro, I haven't got it on gotten into Tumblr in so long. I'm gonna have to see if my thing is even open. Let me see that. Okay, assets. I forget I have my Tumblr linked. I should just have my Instagram linked. Let's see. Autoline color. What? Select color layer. Press play. Layer on top of line. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Download for free. Sign in required. Dang. That's okay. Again, I forget. My password for my Clip Studio account. Oh my gosh. What could that be? Does this work? No. Does this one work? Also no. Trying every single password. Okay, this one worked. Open Clip Studio. Please wait as it loads. Let's see. Where's the thingy? Did I download it or? Every time I open the Clip Studio like menu, I'm like, where am I? Well, did it download? Manage. Feature, works, material. There we go. This is. Well, where did this download? Well, do I have to like. I'm gonna try and test it, but all color and shading layers into one layer. I'm gonna read the instructions. It says select color layer. Okay. Where would I press play? What is it? I have to. Maybe I gotta like turn it off and on again. Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna close my thing and then open it again. And hope that works. Where is it though? Do I have Where do I have to look for this? Auto actions. The right of my Oh, What? I add it here. So do I drag it? Should I drag it? Okay, let's. I can drag it. Outline color. Change light color. Oh, did I flip and kill everything here? Oh, default? Oh, I see. That's weird. Okay, I've got my. I'm gonna turn this off. So I've got this. I go to the auto layer and change light color. Oh, and I press play. Oh, wait. Can I not? Oh, there we go. I was wondering if I could turn it back to normal. Oh, it makes a copy. All right. Let's try it again then. So we take that and we move it over the layer. Ah, I can't move. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty decent. It indeed is not perfect because it's very colorful. I think this would work perfectly for me. Um, if I like when I'm doing my just casual sketching, because I like to color my lines when I sketch. Um, but in this case, I think I needed to be pretty precise, like the colors and stuff. So it's good to have this, but for now I'm gonna use what I've got. But I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm definitely gonna be using this and gonna play around with it. I might play around with it like in a moment when I'm done coloring the lines here. Yeah, I think there's some parameters that I can like look into in there, but yeah, for now I think it's fine like to do it manually in here. And yeah, I'll definitely play around with it is the thing. There we go. Oops. There we go. We're gonna turn off preference. I think this is pretty neat. Maybe this little guy is too big for her right now. I'm gonna copy and paste this. And I don't know where it went, so never mind. Okay. Maybe I'll put it in a folder and I'll just copy the folder. Okay, we got that. Yeah. So I can move this one around and make him smaller. Reduce him. He's so small. think his lines also got smaller, but I don't know by how much. So let's see if we can adjust that. I'm gonna thicken it by maybe just by 2. Nope, too much. So by 1. Can I thicken by less? Yes. Like half, maybe, would help. Yeah, that's about the same size as her. Or maybe it got thicker. I don't know. He's small. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. There we go. I think I gotta try and render her as well. Oh. Take a little screenshot to send it over to someone. It's not 6 p.m. yet, right? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I think I'm running out of water. Running out of water. It's fine. I'm pretty sure they used a multiply and an overlay thing for the renders. Because I'm trying to just copy a style or like design based on another style. So I gotta try to make it how they would make it. So let's try it. I don't have. They're pretty. It's not for a picture book, it's for a movie. They did not make me sign any NDAs, so don't tell no one. Don't tell no one that I'm showing a bit of the designs. They're pretty blurry, so I think I'm good. But yeah, it's for a movie. It's just this might just end up being an extra, so I'm like fine with showing it, because they're also, I'm pretty sure, not paying me for this, because this is supposed to be me as a little baby, as a little girl. So you know, it's based on old pictures of me, because now I don't use overalls anymore, now as an adult. But in every picture of baby me that we had, I was usually using overall. So yeah, I designed it for me. See, this is the good thing about not being famous, that I can just stream this and no one will know. Yeah, I think it was really nice to get to do this. I did do like a preliminary sketch like this, which was a bit closer to my style, and this is how I sketch. See, I colored the line art for this as well, which wasn't line art, it was like the sketch lines. I can't talk. Um, but yeah, I like to color the lines usually, even if I don't finish the piece, like if I don't make it very polished. So it was more baby faced on my original little sketch, but it's fine. So let me get back into close quarters to see how much they're shaded. Okay, the hair is a lot more shaded. Yeah, I had to like, I tried with this initial sketch to get a bit closer to that like style that they have. I did not manage it, and I did not have the references, all of the references at hand. Um, but for example, I made the arms and legs a lot thinner than I would usually make them, but they were not thin enough, and they actually, like, most of them just have like tube legs and arms. So like they don't have these softer curves that I usually give them myself. Um, but yeah, it is fun to see the process of stuff in general. Like the eyes also had to change. I noticed that the pupils normally are not the pupils, the like iris and the pupil were a lot smaller, took up less space. As you can see here and here, there's a lot of more white. I'm trying not to show too much. I'm still scared of anything happening if I show too much. But it's understandable. I made the highlights on the wrong side, but it's fine. No one will notice. for a multiply. Mami, ¿me prende la luz? ¿Me prende la luz? Gracias. I'm not sure. How do they do it at these points? Like that. I think it just goes over it. Like that. Sort of. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Hmm. Do these? They don't. Hmm. But I think they do put something like this if there's a lot of hair. Yeah. think not every strand of hair casts a shadow in the original style, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because why not? And if they tell me it's too many shadows, then I'm gonna fix it, but later. Should I put a light here? I'm gonna try. Yeah. Does it look too flat? I mean, it looks flat, but I think that's part of the style. It's like flat shadows kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it works. I think I've gotten very used to my sort of more painterly style in which I blend a lot more. So maybe that makes it feel more flat to me right now. But yeah, I think it's coming along alright. Womp. Maybe it needs a bit more volume with the lights. If I I'm running out of water. officially out of water. It's fine. Where else am I missing shadows? Hi. Hi, baby. Meow. ¿Viene a pedir comida? Meow. Dale, maulla, maulla. Meow. Hmm? No, you're not gonna talk more? What if I ignore you? Will you meow? Hmm? Ah, come on, meow. Meow, meow. Hmm? Hmm? No? You're up on my keyboard and you're not gonna meow? Hmm. Go on. Meow. No? Okay. I'll scratch you then. Good girl. Take your butt off my tablet. Meow? 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 No? Alright, then don't meow. Keep your secrets. Keep your meows. Oh. Do they have shadows? Oh, I'm not sure. I wonder if the tiny bit, these tiny ones have shadows. Yeah, my cat don't wanna meow. Well, this one has shadows, sort of. Okay, I'm gonna assume they have. These ones have some sort of shadow. Hmm? You gonna meow? Hmm? Wah. No? Just gonna yawn? Mode. That's fine. Multiply. I'm gonna keep it purple. My kitty left. She got tired of me ignoring her. No. That's fine. I'll finish up here and I'll probably call it a day. Maybe. What time is it? Yeah. Or I might come back to do something else. To work in a background or something. Let's do the overlay. There we go. Meow. Wow. Meow louder. What? Meow. Uh-huh. Meow. Okay. Okay. Let's go eat. You big baby. There we go. Yeah, I heard you, baby. I heard ya. Okay. Um, be right back. I'm feeding the kitty. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Time to name all layers appropriately. Luz y sombra. Ahí está. She's so small on the canvas. Don't know how guardarlo. We're gonna save it as a Photoshop document. Oh yeah, I do save quite often, but thank you for that. I actually saved this project um as a PSD because I have to send it over to, the people making the movie, to my bosses. Um, so I do save quite often. I'm very afraid of losing progress. But yeah, save reminders are good. Sometimes I do forget, but usually when I like pause for a little bit, um, I save. Like if I'm gonna step away, or if I just need like a little break, or if I make significant progress. But I'm on that Control S real fast. Do I wanna? Yeah. Thank you. This is a background for um, the Kingdom Hearts pilot reanimated multi-animator project. Um, so this would be a background of Agrava, like Aladdin's world. Um, and it's been a very long time since I've touched up on my assigned scene. Uh, so I'm trying to get back into this, into actually finishing the thing. And so I thought maybe if animating seems a bit too scary right now, sorry, I'm gonna get back to it through making the background first, and so I can feel like I've accomplished something. So, yeah. I'd say it's a pretty simple background, but also it's gonna mostly be covered up by the characters. So, I think I have like the reference here. This was like the only thing I had going on for the background. So I was like, what is this? So I had to look up some references. Um, I think here are my references from like the other shots in the scene. So I could sort of know where they were, um, to keep it a bit consistent, but also not really. Just to get more of the vibe, I think. What do I have here? I don't have anything here on this. But thank you. I am incredibly cool. I'm joking. I'm just a little bit cool. Because the stuff I make is cool. I don't know if I'm speaking too softly, um, and if it gets picked up correctly by the mic, or if it's like fine. Because sometimes I get like very quiet and sometimes I get very loud, so I never know where to strike the balance there. Okay. Well, I could still try and speak a little louder, or I can try and adjust it on OBS, maybe. But I think on OBS I just have it at max. So it's probably a me problem that I'm not using my voice correctly. But also I'm kind of sick, so that's at fault too. My throat hurts a little, but I'm fine. I'm surviving. ¿Te cansaste, papi? Sí. No molesta la guagua chica. ¿Y no lo retaste? Ah, muy mal. Mm. It was nice having you. Thank you for coming. No, no, no. Que estaba haciendo stream y había una personita. Hope to catch you some other time. Que a veces hablo, pero es que a veces me hacen ahí preguntitas, cositas así. Porque era solo una personita que estaba, entonces de repente me comentaba cositas y yo le comentaba de vuelta, pero me escribe, po. Ahora terminar. Ajá. A menos que estuvieran, por ejemplo, nos juntáramos por Discord o algo, pero no. En ese caso tendría que conocerlo. Pero bueno, por ahora voy a